I want to talk to you about the benefit of friction. The benefit of friction. I drive a truck. I'm 6'6", 300 pounds, right? And so I need a big vehicle. And I was driving the truck one day, and I remember some water got under my tire, and for a little bit of millimeter of a second, it may seem I lost control and got it back. You know what I'm saying? The term is called hydroplaning. It's when water gets between your tire and the ground and removes traction. But you know what? Why traction is so important, and that the element that creates traction and what makes it so important is friction in and of itself. It is that pulling, that pressing together on that hard place, that friction that creates movement. Without friction, the truck will be parked and I cannot move forward. I can have an engine that revs, and I can have brake lights that work. I can have a horn that works. I can have everything inside a radio and a sub that's bumping. But if I don't have friction, I'm not going anywhere. Now, I believe that it's important, again, not to be those individuals that looks for drama and starts drama. However, I believe there is a necessity of friction in your life that is keeping you from having peace. And what I simply want to bring to you today is in the peace of your life is that there is this, that there is a difference between a peacemaker and a peacekeeper. A peacemaker and a peacekeeper, I believe, has very vast, different definitions, right? To me, a peacekeeper is someone that chooses to be silent, someone that doesn't rock the boat, someone that never speaks up, speaks their mind because they don't want to offend someone, they don't want to start any drama or whatever, someone that could easily be walked over or pushed on. And that is someone that I'm just not going to say anything. I just want to keep the peace. I want to keep the peace. I want to keep the peace. I understand there's a time and a place, right? And again, I'm not saying to start drama. I'm not saying to look for trouble, but I am saying there's some things in your life that if you want to change, friction is required. And so what makes a difference between a peacekeeper and a peacemaker is that a peacemaker understands that friction oftentimes or sometimes is necessary to create peace. So a peacemaker will encounter a situation or circumstance that says, listen, I know I may not want to have this conflicting conversation. I may not want to be able to confront this individual or to give attention to myself, maybe because there's some things, maybe you've been blaming people in your life that my life is this way because this person, but when maybe we haven't had an honest conversation with ourselves, having friction with the man and the woman in the mirror to bring the change we need to see. A peacemaker is going to make peace by having those conversations that may be difficult to have. And again, I'm not saying be some bounty hunter. I'm not saying be this individual that you just trying to fight everything or whatever. But I am saying there's areas in your life that if you want to see change, if you want there to be peace, if you want there to be a state of wholeness, you can't ignore it. You can't just not talk about it. And you have to confront it. And I believe there's a proper way to confront it. And I'll talk about that in another video in the future. But maybe you're in a season where you're frustrated, but you're frustrated in your friction, but you're not using the friction to create traction to bring you to a place that you desire to be. Maybe your money is acting funny. You're like, well, I'm always broke. I'm always this, I'm always that. But maybe you're not being honest with yourself that you spend all this money on stupid things and all this money and you never know where your money is going. So maybe in order to bring peace into your bank account, maybe there needs to have an honest conversation with yourself to say, okay, I need to get on a budget. I need to learn more about money. I need to be more wise. And maybe you need to go the Dave Ramsey route, or maybe you need to go a different route, or whatever it may be. You're going to create peace. You're going to make peace by confronting yourself. Maybe there's some toxic relationships around you. Maybe your friends were used to have your back and now pulling you down like monkeys in a barrel. But maybe you got to say, if I'm going to have peace in my life, I can no longer be the quiet one in the group where everyone's punchline all the time, but I'm going to speak my mind. And if they want me in their life, they're going to want me in their life. If they don't want me in their life, if they're going to treat me this way, then listen, I'm going to be better by myself in the future, that I know there's still friends that is in my future that's going to love me as I am. And so I'm going to have this conversation to break these toxic ties if they don't change, and I'm going to move forward. You know what I'm saying? It's these conversations you got to have in your life to make peace rather than just to keep peace. What's the point of having peace if you're miserable? What's the point of being in that place if you're unhappy, right? In those regards, again, don't throw the baby out the bathwater. Hear what I'm saying, because I believe that's friction that is necessary in your future if you're going to create a state of traction, momentum to get to where you want to be. Get rid of shoulda, coulda, wouldas. Get rid of excuses. Stop solely being a peacekeeper. Be a peacemaker in your life. Be loving, be kind, be trustworthy, be meek. Meekness isn't weakness. Meekness is power and control. Be meek, be humble, be all those things, but don't be a pushover. And don't stay silent in the moments you need to speak up. Be a peacemaker, not a peacekeeper.